Hello everyone, welcome to our OGV education space number 5, and for today the topic will be mainly about value delivery. And under the topic of value delivery, there's actually a few more topics as well, which is listed down over here. So first we will go through the 16 exchange standard, where I believe from the lead summit you will have gone through this, but we will highlight a few details or differences for global volunteer. And then the second one will be a EPM and also VP guidebook. So EPM is the Exchange Participant Manager guidebook. Mainly talk about what you should do for the 6 week of the realization in order to be a good EPM for your EP. Okay, and then third one will be legalities, where we will look into what are the main things to take note for during exchange, like inside your EP agreements or anything that is related to legalities. And then the fourth one will be outgoing preparation and welcoming home program after the EP have coming back. Okay, so all this topic actually is under value delivery. Is something that guide us to deliver the best experience and also the services to all the exchange participants, so they are able to develop themselves. Okay, so you who are listening to this video, is very important to ensure that if you are VP, if you have EPM that is not you, right, in your own function, make sure you deliver the things to them or let them watch this video so they are able to know what to do, what is the responsibility as an EPM. Okay, so to kickstart, 16 exchange standard. So for GV we have a total of 16 standard. And then so what are the standards and why do we track standard, right? So I think I somehow mentioned this as well in the lead summit, where standard is actually something that ensure we are able to deliver a leadership experience to anyone, like a youth that have go through our product. Okay, so as start, right, a young person will be take part in an Isaac experience, in our case, which is a global volunteer, and then they will receive the standard during their own experience, which is the thing that we are going to deliver to them. And then they will go through the inner and outer journey and receive the lead content throughout their experience. And after that, as a result, they are given the opportunity to live the Isaac values daily in both their Isaac experience and personal life, where they are able to develop themselves with those values. Okay, so for the people, for not for the people, so for this inner and outer journey, mostly the standard delivery is on the outer journey part. Okay, and then the inner journey will be more on the lead space that we deliver, which is the thing that we also talk more in this education space as well. Okay, so as Isaacer, we have the role to deliver the 16 standard, which is what allow us to facilitate the inner and outer journey in order to develop Isaac values. Okay, so this is called the leadership development model that Isaac having. Okay, so next. Okay, so to zoom out and make it more clearer of the connection of these Isaac development models and also the standard, right? So every standard is actually revolving around the inner and outer journey. So you can see there are individuals and responsibility goals, there are personal goals, there are challenging role and environments, interaction with the stakeholder, support system. All those things are actually included and somehow related in our 16 standard. Okay, so tips before you start to deliver the standard itself. I think first one is to learn and understand all 16 standard in detail. Like if you didn't know, or how you know what other support that you can give and deliver to your EP, right? And also separate every standard based on different stage, which is the customer flow that we have. So in which stage, what is the thing that you need to do, okay, to make it clear. And also set an expectations towards your EP and educate them about 16 standard. Okay, it can be done in outgoing preparation seminar. Make sure they know what are the things that they are going to receive from us. They are paying, right? They're paying quite a lot for the admin fee. If they are IXP, they are paying 400, and then if they are non-IXP, they are for 800. So you really need to deliver things. This is their right to receive all those things to them. So they need to know what is their right. Okay, and then the fourth one is to establish a communication channel and routine with your EP to have a weekly follow-up. Okay, it can be you use WhatsApp to communicate, like through text, and then every week you have a call, you have a Google Meet, you have just a WhatsApp call. It's fine. You can fix it yourself lah, but make sure you have that routine and to keep it consistent and take actions accordingly. Okay, yeah, so maybe you have 5 seconds to read through. Okay, cool, so we'll move on. And so for all those standards, right, and I want to highlight one thing is complete. Okay, so complete actually is one of the status that we have for each of our EP. So after approve, right, actually they will go through realization. Okay, where after they finish their realization, they will become finished, but they are not necessary to become complete in the end. Okay, so what does complete mean in GV context is that EP have a complete experience when 14 out of the 16 standards are being fulfilled and the EP fill in a standard survey. If let's say we fulfill but they never fill in, then it's not used as well. Okay, and the standard survey is actually in their own isaac.org profile. So when they're finished their experience, they just need to log in again into their profile and they will fill in the survey itself. Okay, so there are only standard that are able to be missed. Okay, so these are the non-compulsory standard. Others are all the compulsory standard. Okay, so first is the arrival pickup. Okay, so depends on what is the IGV plan, but make sure expectations set very clear whether there will be any arrival pickup. Departure support, okay, whether they will be sending them off, right, sending them to the airport, or how will be the departure support. Working hours, it can be changed, but it need to be agreeable with the EP, the OP, and also the OPM over there. And the first day of work, they might not be bringing them to the first day of work, but they need to have like really let them know how they can go and then introduce them together before the first day of work. Okay, so all the standard from the sending entity, okay, we call it home entity as well, which is us OGV, need to be fulfilled. Okay, so standard, some of the standard delivered by host entity delivered by IGV, some of the standard delivered by sending entity, which is home, which is OGV. So all the standard delivered by OGV, it need to be fulfilled. There is no optional. Okay, so what should EPM do to make sure all complete, right? To deliver the best experience we can. So we'll refer to the EPM education, but later on. Okay, so you stay tuned, remember this one. Okay, so with the EPM education, you know what you need to do to deliver the best experience. Okay, so keep track of the standard using the SAM tracker. So I have done this summer standard tracker, so you just need to click in here. Okay, I think I have this here. Yeah, so in this standard tracker, you can see we have the first cover page where we list out all the exchange standard that we have. So I think you all have some ideas already what is the exchange standard, right? So it separate into 3 phases: the preparation phase, the yellow color one, the experience phase, which is the orange color, and the green color post experience phase. Okay, so home entity, there are only 4 standard to deliver by us, which is personal goal setting, outgoing preparation, insurance, and also standard 16, the debrief with Isaac. So in the middle, all those is actually should be delivered by the host entity, which is the IGV. Okay, and then there are the non-mandatory standard, like what I mentioned just now, the 4 standard here. Okay, so you can go into the tab of exchange standard tab. So in this tab, you will be able to see the details of what does each standard stand for. Okay, and delivered by who, what is the questions to ask the EP, so we can know whether they are actually receiving this or not. Okay, so I will go through it one by one as well, so to make sure you understand, but no any assumption. Okay, so first thing, yellow color is what? Is the preparation phase, right? So first is the personal goal setting. Okay, so the home entity need to provide the personal goal setting based on the leadership development assessment. It's the same as the NYV one, the one that Liang Jun sent into your group. Okay, just the same one, as well as provided a space for them to set their personal goal. If you done this, then it will be a yes. Okay, second, outgoing preparation. So the home entity, which is us, like OGV, must offer OPS, or outgoing preparation seminar, before the exchange participant leave for the internship. They use internship here, but it means exchange. Okay, everything. So the seminar needs to include like the minimum means you can add on more thing. So minimum is the space to expand about the Isaac purpose, Isaac way. Okay, always in any conference we talk about Isaac way. Then the EP need to know as well what are they joining. Okay, and then set expectation about how to prepare. Okay, and then exchange product policy, explanation and procedure. Okay, whether do they know about this XPP, and then there's another one which is called AEPP, right? Isaac Exchange Product Program Policy, that is also listed in their EP agreement. Okay, so do they understand about this? Make sure they know it. And then also exchange standard explanation, like they need to know what are the standard they will be receiving. Okay, and then the third one will be insurance. So insurance is we need to make sure that the exchange participant has a valid insurance policy that is able to cover their basic medical costs for the duration of the exchange. Okay, we are not buying for them, we are ensuring they are buying. Okay, and then so for let's say some of the EP they actually have those insurance there's their family buy one. Okay, so the insurance actually cover already for traveling. Okay, so it is actually acceptable, so you just need to get the proof of the insurance package, what is the duration of cover, then it will be fine already. Okay, and then expectation setting, this is done by with the host, with the IGV. Okay, so during the preparation phase means before they go there, IGV already need to start prepare. It doesn't mean IGV no need to do anything, or they only engage with the EP once they arrive there. No, but before they go, they should actually do all these standards already. First is expectation setting. Okay, they need to provide the EP with basic information regarding the country of their GV, and then in a written format. Okay, in a booklet, in an email, make sure there is a proof, not just through verbally, because there's no proof, right? So the things can be include the culture, okay, the political situation, whether it is safe or not, the safety, okay, the living standard, okay, what is the living standard in that particular area, so they can have expectation of what they will live in. Okay, so they won't feel like suddenly there's culture shock or they cannot adapt to the living environment. Okay, home and the host contact. Okay, make sure they know where are they. This is who are they going to contact when they reach there. Okay, then this contact number are very important. They need to give their own family before they go, all those things, right? And then accommodation, the picture of accommodation, the address, it will be better if you have the address. Okay, so what you need to do, okay, you think that as OGV this is not what I can do, is IGV job, right? But as a OGV, as a EPM, you need to make sure they know. Okay, because sometimes the EP actually they didn't know, like they didn't know they need to know. Okay, this first time they go for volunteer abroad, they don't know what they need to know. So you as an EPM, this is very important. Okay, you need to make sure they know about this. You ask them, hey, have IGV let you know about the culture or political situation or your accommodations over there? So if they mention no, then you ask them to ask the IGV. Or I think some of you actually create a group, right, between you, OPM and also EP, right? Just ask in a group, right? So what kind of accommodations, is there any picture, what is the living standard, the safety, what to take note. Make sure your EP know. Okay, yeah. And then okay, the fifth one is the visa and work permit, also delivered by host entity. So they will provide invitation letter, supporting document in case that a visa is needed to go for the EP to go in. Some of the country the visa is not necessary, that is fine. Okay, but this one need lah. Okay, make sure they have a visa lah. And then arrival pickup, so the EP will be picked by a representative of Isaac before the and before they travel, the host entity and the EP should actually agree and decided on the pickup point. Okay, where to pick up, which airport, what is the time, ensure the time is don't have any like the time zone different. Make sure everyone is clear on when to pick up. Okay, so this is very important. So because they reach there, they don't know the place itself, and you need to ensure all the alignment is correct and the EP able to get to contact with the Isaacer in that country after they step down in their country. Okay, and then it's accommodation like the minimum we need to have a bed, access to the clean water, bathroom, and also electricity. Okay, so IGV should arrange the accommodation with all these standards, so you need to confirm it as well. And then is the incoming preparation. So the host entity must offer incoming preparation once they arrive to the host entity. So before they start their exchange, start their volunteer. Okay, the seminar should include minimum, okay, space to follow up on their personal goal. Okay, because you can actually send IGV side of their personal goal to their OPM. Okay, because IGV they also need to follow up and play a role in ensuring this personal goal is being achieved. Okay, so you can send them actually. And then the culture, understand the culture, some of the language or anything that they shouldn't do, because culture, right, that may have some pantang or anything like this. Okay, living standard, all those. Okay, they need to deliver. Okay, if you go into this column, right, column F is actually the question that you can ask your EP, so you know whether this standard are delivered already or not. Okay, and then okay, go into the orange color where the experience start. Okay, they reach already. So first day of work, Isaac in host entity, like Isaac in Sri Lanka, the Colombo Central, must coordinate and ensure that the EP is assisted to the place or organization on the first day. Someone bring them go, or they have guided or help them to order a grab or anything. Okay, and then alignment space with opportunity. So the host entity need to ensure OP provider, we need to have a space like a onboarding space or any meeting with the OP to align the JD. Okay, so this is the things that you will do, and then how it can help you to achieve your personal goal. Okay, and then we also have need to have another space to debrief. So one to align when start, and also one to debrief, okay, on the JD and the personal goal at the end. Okay, so these are the questions that you can ask as well, whether they have delivered this. Okay, and then 11.1 is a job description where the JD executed by the EP has to be clearly stated, okay, the individual responsibility and goal. Okay, why we need to do this. Okay, what is my responsibility and what is the goals for me to achieve. Okay, and this JD need to be the same one before they go. Right, they have project booklet, they have space with the IGV. It cannot like they go into an environmental project and then suddenly they ask to teach English. Okay, this is not much different yet lah, because environment maybe you need to teach like the environmental knowledge, but for another case, let's say you are going there to teach but they ask you to plant a tree. Okay, so then it will be different in job description. Okay, so it need to be communicate very well. So you can see there's actually different answers. Sometimes they might have JD change, but they have been aligned with the EP itself, and also the EP agree with the slight small changes, then it still deliver the, it still consider the standard is delivered. Okay, and then working hour. Okay, so for GV will be 25 hours per week lah. Okay, and then this is also can be aligned, okay, with the host OP, and then the duration is minimum of 6 weeks. Okay, and then let's move on. Okay, so opportunity benefit. Okay, so opportunity benefit standard 14 here, right, it means for all the Isaac specific and the Isaac specify and deliver all the benefits stated on the opportunity posted in the platform, which means in the isaac.org their opportunity platform, right, they mention food cover, transportation cover, but when you go there it's not covered, so then this standard is not fulfilled. And then as a EPM, you need to actually also make sure the OP, okay, actually deliver the things that they promise. Okay, they say accommodation will be covered, but suddenly they go there, there's no way to leave. Okay, this is a very serious case already. Okay, they need to fulfill this. And departure support offer in written format on how to depart or at least 2 weeks before the end of the internship, which is the exchange, also means the GV lah. And then debrief with Isaac is when they come back. Okay, so we need to have a debriefing space with them. Maximum 2 weeks is the deadline lah. Don't do it after 2 weeks, because after 2 weeks is too long, people forgot already and they will not have a very effective reflection, I will say. Okay, when people forgot, they think very surface only. Okay, so you debrief on their experience and then look into their personal goal again, and to analyze the delivery of the exchange standard, which one we deliver, which one they don't. Guide them on this step. Okay, yeah, so these are all the things about exchange standard, and then let me know if you do not understand whether they deliver or not, and then how to ensure they deliver. Okay. And then so in this tracker, not just we putting this exchange standard list, right? You also need to go into your own LC template. Okay, so for this summer standard tracker, how you can know is that you duplicate the new template for LC, and then you update tracker by weekly, and also fill in EP information once EP approved. So only approved EP put in here. Lead don't want, applicant don't want. Only approved you put in here. Okay, and compulsory to use only this tracker. You don't say you have your own tracker in your own LC to track, because I cannot see that. Make sure you only use this tracker, and then this is the LC template. Okay, so you can see what we have here is you're putting down your EP manager name. So actually EP manager, it can be not you, not VP, it can be your director, it can be your member. Okay, just make sure they have been trained before you let them be the EP manager, because if you let them be the EP manager, they can actually listen and understand what really is the experience of global volunteer and feel more connected to it as well. Okay, so these are the basic information. I think it's very clear. And then you also have the basic departure information. Okay, start realization and realizing that, so you are able to track whether your EP, when they will go, and you agak know what kind of things you need to ensure with them, like flight ticket, okay, visa, all those, by when they need to have. Of course, it's before their realization, right? Okay, and then the post and experience. So this is more on the whether you have done the weekly, and also in the middle call. So if let's say you're done, then you can just put the week 3 exchange done, and then week 6 exchange done, and then WHP also done. Okay, so this is a weekly tracking. Okay, every week or for 6 weeks, are you having a virtual or like a short call with them? Yes, then you just update here. And then here, okay, the main thing, which is the standard. Okay, personal goal setting, outgoing preparation. So all the standard have been listened out here. Once it have been completed, make sure you put an yes. Okay, and then this is experience. So for those standard that is delivered by OGV, remember just now we have the exchange standard list, right? You need to ask your EP and to get an answer whether those standards are delivered or not. Okay, and then for the MPS, this is the score that you will get it after they end their realization. They will fill it in their Isaac.org. Okay, and then their LDA, which is the 6 Isaac value, activating leadership, and think sustainability, okay, and so on. Yeah, so you get the score from the Google form, the leadership assessment. Okay, and then here got a place for you to put out their personal goal setting. Okay, 3 lah, and then how many percent they have achieved, you can also put here. Okay, so each LC you have your own, so make sure you duplicate, and we will only use this to track the summer EP. So I think so far we already have approved EP, right? So you can start to putting down already. Okay, and then so back to here. Let me know if you have any question. Okay, yeah, this is the standard tracker. Okay, so a few common myths about complete about standard is that first, okay, can EP still download their leadership certificate without complete? So the answer is, I think Bernard asked me before. Actually, the answer is yes. Okay, as long as they have finished their standard survey, they fill in the survey, and then they will be able to download their leadership certificate. Okay, so this is a screenshot from Isaac.org website. And then is it compulsory for AP to fill in the MPS and LDA to achieve complete? So MPS is the Net Promoter Score. LDA is the Leadership Development Assessment. So actually no, they don't need. It's not compulsory. They can also complete without this. but it's highly encouraged them to, okay, you remember just now the previous slide, compulsory to fill in is the standard survey, okay, whether we deliver those 16 standard, and after that fill in the standard survey, they will be complete, then they can get their certificate. But for NPS and LDA is not compulsory, okay, but of course it's highly encouraged for EP to fill in because it get a feedback to us on their Isaac experience. Okay, yeah. And then are there any deadline for the EP to fill in a standard survey? Technically no, they can fill in whenever they want, but in order to achieve the complete, they have to fill in within 14 days, okay, after realization had finished. Okay, means after the change to finish status, within that 14 day they have to fill in, then only you can get complete. If it's later than that, then you can get complete. Okay, why? Because actually, because in the standard number 6, right, debrief with standard number 16, okay, debrief with Isaac home, so this standard need to be accomplished within 14 days. So if let's say there are no filling in like within 14 days, that mean it's not complete already, okay. And the things is, we couldn't want our effort in ensuring all the standards are being fulfilled go to waste, right? You track them so hard, but in the end you don't get the complete, okay. So we already understand the importance of the standard in providing the EP a quality exchange, so just a little bit extra effort in ensuring our effort are being recorded, okay. And also, the earlier we debrief their experience, the fresher their memory and the more they can reflect on their experience and realize the new thing. So it couldn't be as effective if we only debrief 1 month after they have come back. Okay. So yeah, I will stop here. That is like almost 30 minutes for the standard part, and then the next video will be about the EPM and VP guidebook.